Hi, my name is Ava Hubble, and my assigned audience is a local gardening group, and my topic is explaining to them why it is important to grow your own vegetables. For my demographic analysis, the three demographic characteristics that I chose that mattered in my speech would be their age, which would be mostly middle-aged to older adults, their shared hobby, which would be gardening and planting plants, and their education or experience, which would be a little bit of knowledge and experience. Knowing my audience helps me choose a proper tone and reminds me to avoid slang. I know that they already care about gardening because they're in a gardening group, so I don't have to worry about explaining to them why gardening is important. I'll just have to put an extra emphasis on why gardening vegetables in your own garden is important. I need to observe and make sure that my words are making sense to them, but I can use gardening terms since they already know how to garden. This will affect my language and my tone because I'll give them examples for at-home gardens, raised beds, and seasonal planting. I will speak confidently to them and make sure that they understand what I'm saying, but not speaking negatively or in babyish terms since they already know a lot about gardening. According to Barbara Turker's Exploring Public Speaking textbook, published in 2020, it is important not to stereotype. So I won't assume that everyone is retired or that they have the same money or that they're all physically able to garden the same way. So I'll just make sure to explain that it is okay and that there is alternatives for them, and avoiding stereotyping is important to make sure that everyone feels included and is important, which is a chapter 2 concept. For my psychographic analysis, based on your audience, they most likely share a belief that gardening is relaxing and rewarding and it's a hobby of theirs that they choose to do. And an important value to them is probably connecting with nature. And according to Maslow's needs, I chose the need esteem needs because that means pride in growing your own food. This influences my topic because I want to highlight how growing vegetables makes me feel accomplished and makes me feel better about myself because I know what I'm eating and where it comes from. So my message adaptation would be to inform and motivate them to grow their own vegetables, or grow more of them since they probably already grow some. I'd also like to explain to them how they could save money and that they would know exactly where their food comes from, and their homemade food typically tastes better. And one thing I don't want to say is that gardening is easy or the same for everyone because some people have physical limits or a busy schedule and they just can't make it a full-time passion of theirs. So my topic was to explain to a gardening group why it's important to grow your own vegetables.